Carnival. Proudly brought to you by Honda, Maya, Carlton and United Breweries, Energizer, Xerox, your local Goodyear retailer, and TAB.
Welcome back to Flemington, and here we go. The racing begins on Melbourne Cup Day with the Email Cup Hurdle at 12 noon over 3,200 metres, and back to Peter Donegan.
Thank you, Tim. Candidates have arrived behind the stalls, and it's always a great scene here for the first race on Melbourne Cup Day, with the crowd, many of them having been here since the early hours of this morning to get those good vantage points, and they look forward to seeing the horses come past them for the first time to open up the day of racing. This huge crowd, this huge mass of humanity which always crams into Flemington on the first Tuesday in November. They're here in their droves again, despite the fact it looked as though we might get some rain. Still a few clouds above us, but we've got our fingers crossed that there won't be any rain falling throughout the day. Well, there's Gold Fever. Graham Kelly says, as we look at the map, that most of the boys will take the horses down and just have a look at the first and just let them know that they've got a job to do in front of them. They'll jump 13 hurdles in all. In this, the Email Cup Hurdle, a big crowd here at Flemington, and the day of racing that we all wait for every year is about to get underway. And as they line in well for the running of the first event, let's return up to the commentary box and Dan Maliki.
Thanks very much, Peter Donegan. Joining me in the commentary box today is former champion jockey Gary Willits, who just announced his retirement. 245 Art Style is one of the favourites on the tote. Gary, welcome on Cup Day.
Thanks very much, Danny, and good morning to everybody.
What's your tip in the first?
Well, I'm going to go for Art Style. He's been racing very well, and I think it'll be pretty hard to beat.
And there's only two or three horses to come up to the gates. Flash Fighter 245, the second favourite in the race. Must pass on my congratulations to two very close friends, Laurie and Mario Cagnola, on the announcement of their first child, which arrived this morning on Melbourne Cup Day. What a big day. Mario's the proprietor of Il Cantuccio restaurant here in Carlton. A fantastic day for them. Sincere congratulations. Flash Fighter is the grey in this race, the only one. So he'll be standing out quite prominently, trained by John Leake, a horse I've strapped once or twice in the past. Now Orangi goes into the gates, and we have Star Horizon to come forward. And there is an air of excitement on Melbourne Cup Day as the first of 8 races on Australia's most important race card is about to begin. The Email Cup Hurdle. They jump 13 obstacles and they're off and racing now. Orangi a little bit slow to begin. Dendy Beach won the start from Flash Fighter, Baja, California. Out wider was Art Style and the New Zealander Lord Zorito as they go up to jump the first of 13. Lord Zorito gets over it in front and they're all over it safely. Lord Zorito and Dendy Beach together from Flash Fighter, Gold Fever, Orangi. Another nugget was out wider. They were followed by Art Style. Wider out was Royal Pride. Behind those was Raft Boy getting back. Baja, California's back to third last. Star Horizon was wider and second last was Bulanatasi. They link up with the course proper now, still with about 2,700 metres to go. And Dendy Beach in front as he comes to the third obstacle. Dendy Beach gets over about a length and a half in front of Lord Zorito, and another nugget was wide. Royal Pride deeper, followed by Art Style and Star Horizon, Baja, California. Orangi buried away over on the inside, and then Gold Fever as they come to the next one. Flash Fighter third last, and then Raft Boy, and last of all Bulanatasi. Down the straight they come, and Baja, California loomed up to take the lead as they go to the fifth one. Baja, California gets over it in front, a half a length to Dendy Beach at the winning post, a lap to go. A length and a half away third, Royal Pride, followed by another nugget racing on the outside of Lord Zorito. Star Horizon kept wide by Gold Fever and Orangi the fence. A length and a half away then to Art Style, a half away Flash Fighter, 1.5 to Raft Boy, and last of all Bulanatasi. Along the Maribyrnong River side of the track, 2,000 metres to travel. And the David Hayes train, Baja, California leads by 2 lengths. Dendy Beach second and Lord Zorito on the inside third. Out wider was Royal Pride, then another nugget. A length away the favourite Gold Fever, followed by Orangi on the inside of Star Horizon. 2 lengths further back to Art Style and Flash Fighter. 1.5 lengths to Raft Boy, and a half away Bulanatasi last of all. 1,650 metres to go. Baja, California jumped the next one well, although drifting out a little bit at his jumps. Leads a length and a half to Dendy Beach and Lord Zorito saving ground the rail. Royal Pride's been wide from the start. A length away Gold Fever, then came another nugget, 6th on the inside. 2 lengths further back to Orangi and Flash Fighter on the fence. A length to Art Style. Then Star Horizon, Bulanatasi, and Raft Boy's broken down rather badly and has been pulled up, Raft Boy. Along the back, 1,300 metres to go, and Baja California leads. He raced out 3 lengths in front. Lord Zorito second, a length away Dandy Beach. Royal Pride still wide on the outside of Gold Fever. Getting up on the fence, another Nugget. 2 lengths away, then a Flash Fighter. They were followed by Arangi, a length to Star Horizon, Art Style, and Bullinatasi last of all. They have 1,000 metres left to go on the Email Cup hurdle, and Baja California leads. Baja California by 2 lengths. Lord Zorito second, Dandy Beach was third, then Royal Pride, a length to Gold Fever needing a run. 2 lengths further back to Flash Fighter, getting a split and making ground with Arangi. Then another Nugget, followed by Star Horizon, Art Style under pressure, and a length away Bullinatasi. 700 metres left to go, and Baja California's the one to run down. He leads by 2.5 lengths to Lord Zorito. A length away Royal Pride under the whip. Arangi's running on strongly. Gold Fever still needs a run. Then Flash Fighter followed out wider by Star Horizon and Art Style making up good ground. Around the home turn in the Email Cup hurdle, Baja California led by a length. Lord Zorito's trying to go for the run-up on the inside. Here's Arangi and Flash Fighter and Gold Fever. At the second last one, Lord Zorito went to the front from Arangi. Gold Fever's getting a split, loomed up ominously. 300 metres to go. Gold Fever hit the front. Here's the grey Flash Fighter on the outside. Here's the last one. Gold Fever got over it in front, a length clear. Trying to run him down, Flash Fighter. Gold Fever the favourite in front. The second favourite wearing him down. Flash Fighter Patton trying to lift the John Leake train grain. He'll get up and win on Cup Day. Flash Fighter wins the Cup hurdle by a length. Second in was Gold Fever. Bullinatasi ran on well for third. A couple of lengths away, Arangi, Lord Zorito. Then Art Style, another Nugget, Star Horizon. Well back in the field, Baja California, the leader. Royal Pride was last, and Ralph Boyd broke down and was pulled up at the 1,400 metre point. Congratulations, John Leake, the trainer, and jockey Michael Patton. Beautifully ridden. Run time to perfection. This grey Gary, he doesn't look like a hurdle, he looks like an Oakley plater.
Well, he certainly does, and what a beautiful ride. I was watching Michael Patton coming down the straight the first time, and he obviously wanted to get that horse back to get it to relax so it could run home, and it was just a beautifully judged ride.
$2.45 and $1 for Flash Fighter, 85 cents for Gold Fever, $3.25 for Bullinatasi. The winning trainer is a very close friend of mine, and he's worked hard on this horse. He's his favourite horse in the stable, Flash Fighter. And there were so many knockers that said, John, you will not make this horse jump, and he did. He's a great trainer and thoroughly deserves the success for a jump trainer. Not that he is classified one, but to have a horse in the Cup hurdle, Gary, it's like winning the Melbourne Cup. And here's the... Flash Fighter, $2.45 and $1. Gold Fever paid 85 cents and Bullinatasi $3.25. Quinella was $5.10 and the trifecta $257.95 on 10, 4 and 12. Correct way. Superimposes at $7.55 in the Melbourne Cup. Sedestins at $13. Castletown $4.35, El Meheb $9, $4.80 Justed Answer, $14 Dr. Grace, $7.95 Lord Revenue, $18.80 Nay Rizzy, $7.75 Shiva's Revenge, and I say it again, he just keeps shortening up ever so gradually. Alphabel $27, Diego $7.95, Magnolia Halls at $36, $22.50 for Grooming, $10.65 Rashik, $2.80 Let's Elope, she's tightened up just marginally. Cool Credit 38, 24 Weekend Delight, 480 for number 18 Ivory Way, Maharaja 22, 58 for Rural Prince, 720 for Tiaco Pearl, Moods 54, Pontiac Glass at 68 and $28 for Sunshine Sally. Win pool 2.6 million and the place pool is 2.3 million. Race number 2 today at Flemington is for the 2-year-olds. Rothgo was the favourite, $1.05 in the Maya Fashion Stakes, $3.80 for number 2 Style Master, number 3 Bronze Legend, $3.15. 4-star Del Rey, 9.10. 5 is El Jabbar. He's by former Melbourne Cup winner at Tallack, who won the big race in 1986. $5.90 for El Jabbar. Armory, $47.50. Careful There, $21.35. Executive Ruler, $16.85. Gold Message, $15.60. Number 10, Holly Moon Star, $22.85. 11, Preeminence, $4.95. $10.55 for 12 Rustic Wood and $17.85 for number 13 Symphonic Rhythm with $170,000 in the win pool. That's race 2, Peter. 12.35 is start time.
And a field of 13, Dan, and Graham Kelly joins me.
Welcome back to pretty much the most exciting place to be in Australia today, Flemington Racecourse, the running of the Melbourne Cup, and in fact all of the races. of Melbourne Cup Day. It's just sensational here. The weather's nice and cool, and a big crowd is really enjoying themselves, I can assure you. And down...
Well, with me now is Melissa Coutts, star of B Street and fast becoming quite a singing sensation. Melissa, I gather this is your first Melbourne Cup.
Yes, it's been great too. I've had a bit of a walk around and looking at everyone's great hats and everything. It's been fantastic.
Are you a bit of a racehorse person or not really?
Not really. It's all new to me, but Cecily Paulson is sort of giving me information on what's good horses to bet on and things like that.
So you've got some inside information there.
Yes, I am.
Does that mean you might have a tip for the Cup if you could bet?
Yeah, probably.
Who would that be?
I think Castletown. For some reason, I've got a funny feeling about that one.
Woman's intuition, you mean?
Yes, something like that.
That's fantastic, and I hope you're going to have a very good day. You're going to go out and see the horses run.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think that's what's going to be the most exciting.
And have a bit of a party too.
Sure.
That's lovely. And what do you think of the fashions today?
I think they're great. Watching everyone's got such different sort of taste. It's fantastic.
Well, you certainly look very French, very chic. Nice to have you here, Melissa. And back to you, Tim.
Yes, there's some incredible fashion here today. We've got them dressed up as Harlem Globetrotters and as Christmas puddings and all sorts of bizarre and wonderful things. In fact, I think I spotted a fella dressed up as a lady as well, but there could be more than one of those. Well, it is said in turf circles that racehorses don't go to paradise, they go to Lindsay Park, a place at peace with the world. Colin Hayes has handed over the future of Lindsay Park, of course, today to son David, and he rules the kingdom.
Situated in the middle of South Australia's beautiful Barossa Valley, Lindsay Park is the showplace of the Hayes Empire. 26 years ago, Colin Hayes made the move from the city to start on what is now a thoroughbred racing kingdom, which boasts some of the greatest amenities in the world. Acclaimed universally by experts in the racing field, it was the genius of Hayes Sr. that turned Lindsay Park into a paradise.
I think we were very lucky to be able to buy Lindsay Park. It was the original land grant of South Australia, and it didn't change hands until I bought it in 1965. And we bought time when we bought it. You couldn't grow the trees and things that are there in your lifetime. So all we've tried to do is husband the natural beauty and add to it where we could. And you know, horses love it and we love it, so we're very happy. We're at peace with the world.
Lindsay Park uses a motto: the future belongs to those who plan for it. Hayes Sr. planned for it, and the future of the establishment lies with his successor, son David, who has now been at the helm for the last 16 months. David has inherited not only the Lindsay Park empire, but also the same passion for horses and winning as his father.
I always wanted to be a horse trainer. I had other interests, of course. I love football and athletics and everything, and when I realised I wasn't going to make a living out of either, racing came to the fore. And so really, as long as I can remember, I wanted to be a racehorse trainer.
Lindsay Park employs over 130 staff, including 30 track riders, 3 full-time vets, 3 farriers, a saddler and 4 gardeners. There are over 400 racehorses to tend to, and over 200 fallow deer add to the majestic appearance of the 2,500-acre property. The role of trainer is an awesome responsibility, but one David has clasped firmly. In his first season, he broke world records, including 6 group winners in a day on Derby Day last year, as well as a record 10 million in prize money. Much of that thanks to his champion, Better Loosen Up, who is on the comeback trail now after bowing a tendon earlier in the year. Better Loosen Up won the Japan Cup, Cox Plate and Australian Cup, to name a few, and Hayes is left with memories he will never ever forget.
I'm glad I did have the success, because I was on a little bit of a hiding to nothing, inheriting such a great team of horses, and Dad in his last year had his best year ever. And often when a stable has a big year, occasionally like football teams, you have lulls, and I was praying that we didn't have a lull in my first year, and the prayers were answered, thankfully.
Lindsay Park provides many different training surfaces, grass tracks on 2 different locations that are tended to by a curator, a sand track, as well as the all-weather Equitrack.
And having everything under one roof is a trainer's delight. You know, I can work on any track. I haven't got any track restrictions. I've got farriers on call, vets on call, and all that makes you don't appreciate the place till you leave the place. And coming back to after being away for 4 or 5 days, you just realise how lucky we are to have a setup like this to work out of.
Not every horse at Lindsay Park is a champion, but with the grand amenities, they get the opportunity to be one. The horses love it, which explains the success ratio. The sand roll and adjacent aquatic area are set up like a ritzy world-class hotel. But as much as it is the setup, it is also the talent of 2 great men. One a legend, the other about to be.
I'm happy to say it's been brought with the success of the horses and been developed with the success of the horse. It hasn't been brought with stockbroking money or some other business. It's been done with the horse, so that's given us immense satisfaction.
I made quote of the week once by saying I had a better teacher than Dad, so I should do better. But, well, I did.
Yes, most good judges will tell you that horses react to their environment, and there couldn't be a more beautiful place to live than Lindsay Park, that's for sure, and it reflects in the wins, of course, that the Hayes family have had over the years and continue to have. Well, we're only about 5 minutes away from race 2. This is a 1,000-metre sprint. Welcome back to Flemington. That's our shot down the straight, and there they are behind the barrier for this, the second, the Maya Fashion Stakes, 1,000 metres for 2-year-olds. Very exciting as we see the opposition leader of Victoria, Jeff Kennett, enjoying the day here. As I say, very exciting. These 2-year-olds, Peter Donegan, fly down there.
They do fly, and I tend to think the 2-year-olds sometimes get a little bit excited too, Tim, but...
Now Rothko goes into the line, and the field look to be set to go. Preeminence coming up with Star Del Rey. And barriers 5 and 6, and the field just about set for a start. 1,000 metres, they'll go very quickly. Executive Ruler drawn barrier number 1. The favourite drawn out wider. They're off and racing now. And one of the first to jump out would have been El Jabbar from Executive Ruler and Rustic Wood. Getting away quickly was Bronze Legend. They were followed by Style Master. The favourite Roth goes out a little bit wider and getting back a little bit early. Star Del Rey just up in front of him, and Honeymoon Star was going quite quickly. 700 metres to go, and El Jabbar up against the inside was just in front, looking for cover now. Style Master and Honeymoon Star go up wider, followed by Rothko. Further out on the track as they run up towards the 700 metres point was Gold Message. Getting up along the inside was Preeminence behind the leaders, and they were followed by Rustic Wood and then Bronze Legend. Executive Ruler over on the inside, 300 metres to go. El Jabbar was just the leader from Star Del Rey and Style Master. Wider out Rothko running on, a Preeminence needing a run in the centre. 250 to go, El Jabbar just in front. Preeminence and Rothko trying to wear it down. El Jabbar 150 to go in front, coming in at Preeminence the outside, and Rothko. El Jabbar on the inside is hanging on. Preeminence trying to wear it down. El Jabbar the inside's a nose in front and hung on to win. El Jabbar got the money and nose to Preeminence. Third in was Rothko. A long distance away fourth, Star Del Rey and Style Master. Then Symphonic Rhythm followed by Rustic Wood, Executive Ruler, Bronze Legend. They were followed well back in the field by Careful There and Armory. Second last Gold Message, and Honeymoon Star, which showed speed, was one of the last ones in. Winner of the Maya Fashion Stakes, number 5, El Jabbar. Judges called for a photo, so we better not be too confident, I suppose, Gary.
No, El Jabbar, I think, has definitely won it down, and gee, that horse certainly knew where he was going. He jumped beautifully, went across to the fence, and railed beautifully for Peter Hutchinson.
And he is the winner. Number 5 is first, El Jabbar, Peter Hutchinson. Geez, a smart type. I saw him at track work last week, and he's a very impressive animal, one that David Hayes has got a big opinion of. $6.90 for a 50-cent return for the win, and $1.55 the place. Number 11, Preeminence, $1.20, and number 1, Rothko, 60 cents. 5, 11 and 1 are the placings in the Maya Fashion Stakes. And he did all the work too, Gary.
He certainly did, but it's a big advantage. If you can get on that fence, like you'll notice Roscoe coming to the 400-metre mark, he was sort of being a bit annoyed just before this. The horse kept coming out on him a little bit. And that horse on the fence, you've got such a great advantage on a 2-year-old because they get on that fence and they rail.
Gee, didn't Preeminence look the winner at about the 250 once he got out?
Well, that breeding certainly, you know, it's an outstanding type, and that breeding will definitely come in there. But you can see Peter's been able to really ride this horse hard along the fence. where when you're out a little bit from the fence, horses are inclined to just shift away around with you.
Looks a very smart type. Let's talk to the winning trainer, David Hayes, the leading trainer in Victoria this season and the trainer of Race 2's winner, El Jabbar.
Right. Yeah, well, David's down here now just asking what El Jabbar won by. I think it was probably a head to a half head, David.
Yes, a bit of a surprise. I really thought Rothko would win, but back to Lack Colt jumped and ran out on his nerves. He surprised us a bit.
How much of an advantage is the rail for the babies?
It's a huge advantage because the jockeys can really get to the 2-year-olds and they don't run in. Rothko was running about out wide, and I think if he had the rail, he probably would have won as well.
Have you got a good opinion of the winner?
Oh, we thought he was a nice horse, but I prefer him over 7 furlongs and further, so he might have a big future.
So he could be a horse that we have to watch over that distance in the autumn.
VRC size would be nice.
All right, David, well done with El Jabbar, and better luck next time with Rothko.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks, David Hayes.
Welcome back to an enormous Melbourne Cup Day coverage, live and exclusive through Network 10, right around Australia, in fact, to 200 million people in the world. And there's probably about 70 or 80,000 here already, getting up towards 100 by about 3 o'clock, I would say. And everyone having just a simply fabulous time, I can assure you of that. Well, I think Peter Donegan...
Fashion Stakes, El Jabbar returns $6.95 for the win and $1.55 a place. $1.20 for second, $60 for third, $26.95 Quinella. Trifecta $127.65. And that's the tote dividends on race number 2 at Flemington, the Maya Fashion Stakes. Correct weight is there. The placings were 5, 11 and 1. The 4th horse past the post was number 4 Star Del Rey, and number 2 Stylemaster wound up in 5th position.
Thanks, Dan.
And he's got 62 kilos to carry, but very impressive Saturday. Hula Grey $5.95 in the opening tote call, $5 for Laser Beam. Scratch number 4, 5 Dangerous Seam $4.05, 6 Abu Zabi $3.15, 7 Morga $16.95, 8 Musical Chairs $8.05, $9.90 for Kilbaha Star, 33 Velvet Blue, 27 Empress Tenandra, 14 Vanatosa, Rocky Sprint $26, 35 for Square Fighter. The rider there is Kevin Forrester. $20 even Red Seattle, 33 San Quentin, and $129, and that is Imposter. That's number 17. There's $217,000 in the win pool for race number 3. It is the Hardy Brothers Jewelers Handicap. But as
Hi. How are you?
Oh, very good.
You must love
to
this
be
place.
here.
You keep coming back.
Well, they keep asking me. It's so wonderful. I'm going to be doing fashion on the field with Myers.
Yeah.
And I've been doing shows for the Hilton hotels in Sydney and Brisbane. Yeah. So it's wonderful to just come here and spot all the hats. I mean, the hats this year are stunning.
It's great, isn't it?
I mean, all different shapes, little ones, mainly big ones. Mine's quite big. I find it quite totally unmanageable because I'm not used to wearing hats. I'm used to putting them on a catwalk, but wearing them myself, I find a real...
But you just have to wear one today, don't you?
Have to wear one because everyone at the Melbourne Cup always bothers.
Yes.
It's so wonderful,
yes,
the fact that everyone just bothers to put very nice, lovely colours, bright suits, big hats.
Yeah.
You know.
Zandra, are you getting the impression that we've all been getting is on Saturday and here again today that everyone just appears to be in such a great mood?
I think it's a great occasion, and I think if the weather's lovely and everything like that, why not be in a great mood? And I mean, there's so many things to absolutely be in a terrible mood about in the world at the moment that if you can't be sort of like feeling great for something like this, what can you feel great for?
Come out to the races and have a nice day.
Exactly.
Exactly. Listen, how do you get inspiration time after time after time for new things in fashion? How do you do it?
When I'm lucky enough to get away, in between when I'm actually working, like I can draw flowers or I'm staying with friends and I sort of do things with them and then try and record that and then end up with sort of like using the record of my adventures, like trips to Noosa or trips to Ayers Rock and things like that.
Yes, well, you always do it. A quick tip for the Cup, what do you like?
Number 8.
Number 8.
Narizi, I think it is.
Naritzi?
Yes.
Yeah, well, roughy, but good tip. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Zandra Rhodes joining us on Melbourne Cup Day. Well, Kiwi, the New Zealand horse with the New Zealand name, almost didn't make it to the 1983 Melbourne Cup. He was late leaving the Dominion and his flight took an eternity. Then his float trip on Cup Day took an even further age. And even on the line, Kiwi looked to be running late. But in the long run, he kept every appointment imaginable.
This kindly New Zealand dairy farmer looked like any other kindly New Zealand dairy farmer. Wore a little hat, kept pretty much to himself. Happy to poke about with a horse. Snowy Lupton. Nothing fancy about his horse either, even the name, Kiwi. Unimaginative? Not in your life. This duo excelled in capturing that thing called imagination. Nations of it. Together they crossed the Tasman in '83, quietly setting up shop at Mornington, quietly preparing for their starring explosive roles, totally out of character, in perhaps the most stung cup of all. Kiwi, with the teenage Jimmy Cassidy on top, tailed the field from Barrier Rise down by Chiquita Lodge, long into the straight like some slow coach no-hoper tagging along for the ride. Cassidy sitting patiently, unmoved, as stayer after stayer whipped out their claims. Then it happened with Swiss precision. At the clock tower, just a couple of 100 metres from home, Cassidy, when all seemed lost, pumped himself up and said, "Go."
Kiwis come from last in a phenomenal performance. Won the cup by a length and a quarter from...
A blur of brilliance. It all happened so stupefyingly fast. It remains so fantastically unforgettable.
Well, as you can see, everyone, they're all here at Flemington. The wild, the wondrous, the outrageous, and people just sitting in the sun, and the sun has broken through now. In fact, most of the cloud has gone away and we look like having a perfect day. As Peter Donegan has told you, the track has been upgraded to fast from good, and that little bit of rain, all it did was freshened up the roses, and everyone is having a simply terrific time. All the hats are out, shield from the sun, and of course for the ladies, they're a fashion statement as well. Well, as I said, they're all here. An official crowd we'll have to give you later. We don't know that quite yet. But they get here by every possible means imaginable. I told you they get here by every means imaginable. Helicopter would be... You'll have to forgive the noise in the background. That's a busker doing Gloria out in the front of our studio, and he's having a wonderful time too. Hey, who are we to argue? Let's go over to Yasmin Qatar.
Quite a party going on here. I've got all the guys from East Street. Marianne Howard, I gather you all come down from Sydney for this?
Yeah, we sure have. Came down especially for the cup.
That's fantastic. Your first time?
Yep, it is.
And you bought an outfit specially by the looks of things.
Yeah, well, I heard that Melbourne could be a bit grey sometimes, so I brought a bit of Sydney sunshine and colour down with me.
That's lovely. Bruce Zamazan, you having a good day?
Yeah, a wonderful day.
And are you going to be having a bet at all today?
Maybe towards the final race, but I'm not just here for the fun of it. You know, I'm enjoying myself and taking it all in my stride.
Now, you've got Melissa Coutts on your right, and this is your first cup, we gather?
Yes, it is.
And looking very French, was this for any particular reason?
No, not at all. I don't know what made me put this outfit together. I suppose it was just sitting there, so I thought, yep, I'll wear that.
And Cecily Paulson, now you're looking very glamorous over there. Having a good day, obviously.
Wonderful day. My first Melbourne Cup, and I'm loving it.
Now, you all came down on the plane. Did you have a riotous trip down?
We were very well behaved, actually. It was a wonderful trip. It was terrific.
Tony Martin sitting very quietly in the corner. They're actually seriously studying the form. You're a racing man, Pat.
Not particularly, but Castletown's going to take it out today, so I'd suggest everybody put their money on Castletown. And any winnings, I get a percentage, all right? Castletown, I think, is first. Give it a go.
So you're going to be putting all your money there by the sounds of it?
I am. I've got $2.
And Elisa Jane Cook, are you going to listen to Tony's tip there?
No, I'm going for cool credit because I think that's what every girl needs. A lot of cool credit.
And you're certainly well dressed for the occasion here.
Well, I just thought I'd do what Marianne did, bring a bit of colour down from Sydney. I like my flip skirt. It's my favourite.
Well, certainly you do look very chic, and I hope you all have a very good day indeed. Thanks very much, and